Alright guys, so we are back in this one from the previous video on enum module, and let's talk about the stream module, which is an alternative to enum to act on data structures, but instead of eagerly acting on them, it creates something called a stream that represents the function but doesn't act on it straight away. Okay, and this is, you may have heard the term lazy loading as opposed to eager. So you can actually use pipes. You create the stream and then you use the enum at the end, and it's a lot better in terms of not creating a new list after each function, right? So let's just go through an example here. So remember up here we did enum. Now we won't clear it just so we have reference there. So instead of enum, we're going to use stream.map, and let's pass in our enumerable, which in this case is A is 1, 2, 3. Don't forget that. And let's just see what happens when we just return that. So instead of, I'm just going to change this to stream so I don't have to type it all out again. And you get back a stream. See that? So now what we can do is pass that. It didn't return a new list here. Let's make that clear. What we can do is pass that into the result, pass it into an enum, and actually it'll only run once. So stream map, and then let's filter through it. We're going to say enum. I already typed this out, but whatever. Filter, and whoops, 1, and make them even. And we want to filter through the odd numbers so we get the even numbers only in. There we go, same result, right? But let's note here that this was only essentially ran through the list once, and then we got the result, or it iterated through it once. Okay, which is really cool, especially when you have like huge data sets, right? So what you're getting back here when you run something like that is it's just like a structure that knows about what happened before, but it didn't execute it yet. That's the way I like to think of it. Nothing more than that. Don't try to get too complicated. So now let's actually like chain a whole bunch of streams together. So let's clear this. And what we're gonna do is A is still 1, 2, 3, right? So forget A. Let's make a range. So 1 through 60, and we're gonna loop through that and pipe it into a stream, and the stream's gonna map through the enumerable and do something to it. So let's have an anonymous function here. We'll capture 1, and then let's just multiply that by let's multiply by 3, and we'll pass that into another stream, filter, and then let's just find the evens again, and anonymous capture, and the first one 2, because we want evens, and then equals 0, which means there's no result left. And then again here, or not again, let's actually add them up now. So here we looped through all of the enumerable in this stream.map. Here we're filtering out the odds and getting only the evens, and here let's just add them up. So here we can finally use enum because we want to act on it. And whoops, I have one too many parentheses, I think. Actually, I'm missing a parentheses. I'm stupid. I didn't even get the remainder here. This should be like that. Okay, let's try it now. There you go. So we basically you don't need to use streams really. I mean, it's unless in most cases you're not working with like huge data sets, you don't really need a stream, but it's it's good practice, and it's good to use in case one day you have an enumerable data structure with with a large in which the structure is a large data set. So you can use the stream module, and that's basically it. Fairly simple, right? It's just maybe a term you haven't heard before, but it's really awesome. And again, the stream and the enum modules both have a lot of really awesome functions to act on the enumerables. So go ahead and check out the docs, the Elixir docs, and play around with it. We'll see you in the next video. There's something else to for. Spill the day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switch your lanes in the Grand Rapids.